Tim is asking in the chat, how many times a week do I do high intensity interval training and sauna? Do I sauna right after my HIIT? So typically, I'm doing a form of high intensity interval training 3 times a week. I do so twice a week. I do, well, actually, I would say 3 times a week. It's more of a CrossFit type of training protocol where it's an hour long, and it involves strength training, but it also incorporates a lot of high intensity interval training as well. And so I do that. There's 3 times a week I'm doing that, and each session is 1 hour long. 2 days a week I go for like a pretty nice zone 2 run. And with respect to sauna, I try and do it. I like doing it after my workouts. Sometimes my HIIT workouts are just so intense that I do a sauna like later in the night. But I do actually like doing it right after my workout. Oftentimes I only do a sauna at like 175 for like 20 minutes because I'm already just so hot and spent. But so that's kind of like, and my saunas, I've kind of fallen off the wagon a bit of late, but typically I try to do it like 3 or 4 times a week. Another rapid fire question someone's asking me to share some of my insights on the details of my strength training protocol. What kind of exercise do I do? Frequency? Do I do fixed set, or do I go to failure or near failure? Okay, so I mentioned for my strength training, I do some form of strength training. I do it 3 times a week, and it's a more like a hybrid CrossFit form. And so typically for two of those sessions will involve me doing strength training for like the first 30 minutes, where I'll work on something like squats, or I'll work on deadlifts, or I'll work on pull-ups, or I'll work on ring rows, or a combination of all of those, or I'll work on cleans and doing, front squats or back squats, or I'll do, front squats with the clean, or I'll do barbell, have the rig there with the barbell so I don't have to clean it. And so in those cases, I always do progressive loading. So I start out light and I go heavier, and then in my final set, I'm going heavy. I am not going to failure for these. These are more strength training exercises that I'm doing in those, types of workouts, the first like 30 minutes of my hour-long workout. And then the last, 20 minutes or so will be a workout that includes strength training and also includes some type of aerobic high-intensity interval training like biking or rowing or sprinting or jumping rope. And in those types of workouts, I will also still incorporate push-ups and squats and deadlifts as well. And they'll be at lighter weights, and I will do more reps. And then I do them, there's multiple rounds of it. And so in that sense, like if I'm doing like a workout that has dips, then I'm definitely going, I would say, near failure, because the workout has me doing so many of them, and it's in a fixed amount of time. I have to do so many rounds of it, and it's kind of like a circuit. And so I often find that I am definitely going near failure on things like push-ups or dips. I haven't really been going too much to failure, except for, I would say with my deadlifts and my squats, it's more of, I would say actually it is pretty close to failure, but it's just like I'm doing it's like a heavy weight for me, and I'm doing like, 3 reps total of it. So, that's kind of how my strength training workouts go. I also do incorporate, I also do Peloton tabatas as well. So like I'll just, and I incorporate those like on top of these other workouts. I'll just do like a 20-minute or 15-minute tabata where I just get like a quick hit. Oftentimes I'll do it before a podcast, or I'll do it, if I need some extra energy or boost to feel better or to be, just have blood flow to my brain.